Today we'll be making my spin on a shepherd's pie, a religious classic where you combine meat with potatoes. And it's really simple. My recipe actually takes a bit more of a Sunday morning approach. You put it in a room and you cook it. We'll be utilizing a little crock pot. One of the prime reasons is that it's useful for convenient, healthy meals. And if that doesn't summarize the meals we make, I don't know what does. Let's get cooking. Oh yeah, and it summarizes, it uses both of our recipes at once. It's like it uses our there's two parts. Both parts in one. Be sure to always familiarize with your directions so that you know which part you should throw away. Yeah, this is definitely the instructions. Green beans are going to be a very big flavor enhancer in this dish. One way to draw the flavor out is to slow cook. So we'll be using 3 simple ingredients. Green beans, beef broth, and beef flavor. We'll start with adding our green beans. Oops. You'll just strain off the fluid. Then add your green beans. Then we'll add our beef broth. And last but not least, we add our beef bouillon cubes. They only have 5 calories per cube. Now we have 3 cooking options here. You could just let it mellow on off. You can move it up to low, and that should cook in about 6 hours. If you want it faster than that, like say 6 hours, you could do it on high. Now if you're busy like me and want a quick and easy meal later, then I suggest just making the rest of the dish now, because you can store it and pull it out and cook it all together at the very end of the 6 hours. Or however long you cook it. I'll show you how it all comes together, so stay tuned. Now I hope you didn't think that this was some sort of vegan dish. Let me show you what goes into the potatoes. Chicken in a biscuit, that is our seasoning. We of course have our butter and herb mashed potatoes. And I found this salmon tin, so it'll be mixed in, and then of course we'll have our green beans for that punch of flavor. Water is now boiling. Mix that in. And you give it 1 minute. Now that that minute is done, you can add in a mix in. Now you can add the meat. What was this again? Salmon? Yeah. And you don't want to overmix it, just a nice marbled look. Since we did this now and practically have 6 hours before the green beans are done, we're going to add it to a storage container. And we'll just add this to our freezer. Hello everybody, just wrapped up my busy day. It is now been almost 6 hours. If you're hungry, or you gotta eat. So let's take our pre-made meal out of the freezer. As you can see here, it has kept well. I'm going to have it vent just lightly to the top. And we're actually going to add a scoop of butter. I'm going to start that out at 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's getting warmer, but you notice it's a bit dry. That happens. So what you can do is take now, having added most of the broth here, it's really not dry anymore. It's very good. This will probably still be, yeah, quite warm, so you don't even have to, you know what, forget, yeah. We'll just use the ladle to get the green beans out and into our bowl. Personally, I find it doesn't take the whole batch of green beans. You can save some of these for flavored snacking. Very, very good. We're ready to plate. Today's meal will pair well with a nice unbranded beverage. Hello. So the first thing is the green beans. They pack so much flavor, and they're so enjoyable just on their own. Like I mentioned, you can save some out of the recipe, put it as a garnish. It's a fun snack. There, I mixed it in with the potatoes. And you can actually serve this as more of an appetizer too if you like, because you can take the chicken and biscuit with it. Let's load this one up. It tastes exactly how you'd expect. It's really good. A little green bean on there. And that probably took, what, 10 minutes? You can either set it up to cook the green beans and then do the potatoes right after. That way you don't have to mess with the reheating or anything. Now it is a little high in sodium. So if you have any sensitivities, you can definitely modify that. Maybe instead of 6 bouillon cubes, maybe you'd stick to like 3 or none. Yeah, it's really good. There's no green bean recipe because this is the green bean recipe. See you next time. See you next time.